What's up, guys? We are back once again, Cooking with Seth live. Welcome to the show. Today we are making Papa's Market Pasta. What is up, Papa? With fresh vegetables and sausage. This is going to be fun. So if you're joining us for the first time, let me just give you a quick background. This is a new type of cooking show developed specifically for busy parents. I want to help you get in and out of the kitchen quickly, faster, and have more fun. So, like you can tell, nothing's scripted here. We do things live. There will be mess ups. I mess up. I slip my words, whatever. But I'm going to show you how to cook fantastically easy meals and have fun doing it. With that said, while you're here, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the UpGood page. UpGood is our sponsor, and we want to thank them for putting this on for us. So please like and subscribe. Lastly, make sure, if you just found us on Facebook, go to cookingwithseth.com. Now, the website's still under construction, but we have a newsletter sign up there. That way, when you get our newsletter, you're going to get our ingredient list ahead of time. So the way that works is I'm going to help you at least once per week. I'm going to provide you with a meal. So that's one less thing that you have to worry about. I'm going to pick out the meal. I'm going to tell you in advance what ingredients are recommended for that dish. And then on Thursdays, you're going to jump on Facebook Live here and join me for the show where I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Now, this is great because it's, like I said, it's one less thing that you have to worry about during the week because I've got one of your meals covered for you. So let's go ahead and we can probably start and jump into it. But like what I always like to do when I get these things started is pour myself a glass of wine. No weak pours in this house. Only the best. Because now you're cooking with Seth. So all you need is a good large pot for this recipe. And it's very fast. It's very easy. And like I mentioned before, most of our meals are going to be in and out in 30 minutes. So you've got no excuse. When you can get in and out of the kitchen that quickly and have some wine, it's a no-brainer. All right, let's do this. What we want to get started is 2.5 cups of water in your pot. I'm going to go ahead and get this started so we can speed up the show a little bit. Again, 2.5 cups of water. So we can go ahead and season the water now. It'll make it easier for later. So you want to put in a good 3-finger pinch of your salt. A few cranks of freshly ground pepper. Now, I like to put my crushed red pepper flakes in early. What this does is it'll rehydrate it during cooking. It'll rehydrate those flakes so that they'll release oils and they'll release more flavor into your food instead of just putting dry, crunchy flakes on your pasta at the end. Put it in early. Let it cook. Next up, your garlic. Now, you can put in, everything I do is to taste. So, you might like garlic, but I love garlic. So for regular people, you might want to put 3 or 4 little cloves in. For someone like me, I'm going to put in 6 or 7. So what we do is we're just going to go ahead and do a nice, quick, rough chop on this garlic. Doesn't have to be pretty. We're not in a restaurant. Here's a quick tip. Once you've got it kind of chopped up, if you want to go really fast, you can rock the blade like this, back and forth over your garlic. That's a rough chop. Like I said, it doesn't have to be beautiful. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put that in the water too. All right, so we've got some spices and some garlic and some good stuff in our water, getting heated up a little bit. So now I can start talking to you guys about the other ingredients. I'm going to start off with prepping our tomatoes here. So what you want is a couple of good packages of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off. If you're wondering what this is an UpGood dish rack. It's called the Rack and Roller. This thing's awesome. As you can see, I'm letting water and things drip into the sink. It adds counter space. It rolls up for storage. It's great for prep work. I use it every day. Okay, so now for tomatoes. Like I said, we're just going to half these babies. And I've got a little bowl here for them. Okay, let's do it. Again, not everything has to be beautiful. It doesn't matter if you do it lengthwise or from the side. Just cut them in half. And in fact, if you mix it up a little bit and do some from the side and some lengthways, just adds a little variety to your dish. And variety is the spice of life. Don't quote me on that though. Normally, when I'm doing this, I've got some good music playing in the background. So that's my secret to having fun in the kitchen. Good music in the background and a good glass of wine, and you're good to go. But we tried that before. I can't have my music playing and talk to you guys at the same time because it sounds ridiculous on the show. So I'm just going to play some music in my head. For those guys joining us, if you're here, feel free, throw out some comments on the page. Like I said, I read every single comment, I respond to every single comment, and I'm open to every comment. So, if you have a question, throw it on there. If you want to see something done on the show, throw it on there. If you want me to cook a certain type of food, throw it on there. I'll do it. Let me know. Boom. One step done. All right. So we got our tomatoes ready to go. You know what that means? That I can drink some more wine. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our red onion. Nope, this just calls for sliced onions. So what you want to do is just take your onion with the root end still on, and you can go ahead and slice it nice and neat. Onion done. All right, next up, what should we do next, guys? Let's go ahead and prep our broccoli. If you've seen my other videos, I'm going to show you a really quick and awesome way to do this part. Hold it kind of in the middle, grab the end, bend it till it breaks. Just bend it in half. Where it breaks is going to be the tenderest part of the stalk. And that way, you're not getting any tough, chewy ends in your mouth. This works great. You don't have to sit there and guess where to cut it because every stalk is different. If you break it like this, then you are breaking it at the point where nature intended. So just work our way through the whole bunch here. Working it. I'm working it. What are you doing? Are you working it too? All right. I probably don't have to hold everyone up and show you each time I break it. So let's just go ahead and move through here. It's always good at your workstation to keep a big bowl for your trash. That helps you clean things up later. So I've got this bowl over here which we could use. So for example, I can throw those onion pieces in there, but I'm going to actually save those. Throw those in there. Boom. We got our asparagus done. Yeah, baby. I'm going to reuse this guy. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Must be the wine. All right. What do you guys want to do next? Oh, yeah. The broccoli. Show me some broccoli. You want to see a cool way to prep your broccoli? Here's how you do it. Take your whole head, turn it on its head, face down. Take your knife, hold it at approximately 45 degrees, and then just cut into it. Turn, cut, turn, cut, turn, cut. Boom. Now check it out. We've got all the florets separated. Now what you can do is you can just start breaking off the pieces. Then when you have a piece that's too big, what you want to do is just cut into the stalk. Don't cut through the head this way because what happens is a lot of pieces will break off and it gets everywhere. Just cut through the stalk like so and then break it. Boom, nothing falls off. And like if that size is still too big for you, just cut it through the stem again and break it apart. So you want to do these into bite-sized pieces that you feel comfortable eating. Boom. Some people like bigger pieces than others. Some people like them small, neat. Some people like them large. So just do it however you like it. So again, here's a big piece. What I'm going to do is just break off a few of them till it gets difficult to break off anymore. Then I'm going to cut the stem. Boom. Cut the stem. Break it apart. See how cleanly it breaks? Cut the stem. Break it apart. And if you want to get a little fancier with it, you can cut your stem and just break it apart with your knife. Use your knife, turning it sideways, to break apart the broccoli. So easy. It's so fun. So we can go ahead and start breaking off the rest of the pieces here. Bam! Done. Now, a lot of people, check this out. If you have more time in the kitchen, excuse me, this is one of the best parts of the whole piece of broccoli. And if you want to use it, depends on how much you love broccoli. We've got a lot to use already, but if you really want, if you're one of those no waste kind of people, what you do is you go ahead and trim this guy down. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then you can either take it from here and just use your knife to finish it off, or you can take a vegetable peeler to get every little piece off. Take your vegetable peeler off. Then once you have it completely trimmed, you can chop this guy and throw it in the rest of the food. So that way you can save it. It goes great in stir fry or soups and things like that in the future. So you can either go ahead and trim this guy early and chop it up and put it in there with the rest of your broccoli, or you can save it for later. For the sake of time, we're going to save it for later. Okay. Moving on. Bell peppers. Watch this. This is going to be fun and easy. A lot of different methods out there. Just go ahead, cut it right in half. Then you take the stem part, break it off, tear out the veins, and then wash it. So now what you're doing is two things at once. You're washing the pepper and you're cleaning it. Check it out. Break it off, throw it in your little trash canister, peel out the veins, and then wash it. How easy is that? Again, right in half, and come over here. Little to no mess. Now, a lot of people out there, I'll show you in a second, make different kinds of recommendations with cutting their peppers. I find this to be the fastest and the easiest, and I'll tell you why here in a second. See, those are cleaned and prepped. Now, the reason this is faster and easier than what you may be used to, some people have different techniques. There's one technique where you cut, or you roll it out and you have a flat sheet. But with the flat sheet method, you're wasting the top and the bottom of the pepper. With the cut part, you have 4 or 5 big pieces that you have to cut up individually, and you have to grab one, cut it. This way, the top and bottom are still on the pepper. You have one big piece. Now we can get to work. So basically with the skin side down, go ahead and cut it up. Now, these are going to be bite-sized pieces. Not too small, not too big. Boom, done. Done. Fast, easy, fun. That's how we roll. All right, peppers done. How about that? Now, our meal is almost finished. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and throw in our ingredients. Onions. The broccoli. Peppers. Now this is about 3 cups of tomatoes. We're going to put 2 cups in, leave 1 cup out. Let's go ahead and put in our pasta. The pastas usually come in 1-pound boxes or bags, so you don't need the whole pound. Go ahead and put either a 3/4 of the box or the bag in. Like I said, big pots are good for this. The bigger, the better. You can see this guy's starting to get full, but it'll be all right. Our asparagus, we just need to cut that real quickly up into bite-sized pieces. So, just hold it. We've already trimmed the ends, so now we can just cut it down. Done. Last but not least, our smoked sausage. Now, you can substitute different things for your smoked sausage. Maybe you're not a smoked sausage fan. So you could do chicken sausage. You can do turkey sausage. You can do whatever floats your boat, because that's a fun part about cooking. If you don't like something, mix it out with something that you do like. So now we're just going to cut this into coins. Done. We've got our water in there, our food, all our good stuff. Now, let's get that water going. We're going to cover it and get it on high, so that way our water starts to boil and we can get that pasta cooking. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
I pre-warmed our water while I was cooking, so it's going to take less time to boil. But if you're doing it at home and you're adding it all at once together, it might take a few more minutes, maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes to get to a good boil. What we're going to do is wait a few minutes to boil, then I'll bring you back up to speed. This is a good time while we're waiting to bring it back in here and let you guys know, if you're just joining us, This is Cooking with Seth Live. We are doing this show to help out busy parents. Life gets in the way, jobs get in the way, kids, bills, what have you. Sometimes cooking gets put on the back burner. Well, I'm here to help you out with that and to solve that problem. Once a week, I'm going to give you a recipe. I'm going to send it to you in advance. Then on Thursdays, I'm going to show you how to cook it. If I can do one thing to help your lives and make it easier for you and for me, then everybody wins. So, the second thing, you're on the UpGood page. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and like the page. That way you will get notifications of other recipes, other tips, tricks, promotions, giveaways, other awesomeness and fun stuff. Like the page. Lastly, go to cookingwithseth.com. www.cookingwithseth.com. Sign up for our newsletter. That way you can make sure on Mondays you're getting our ingredient lists and you're getting notified of important info. If you guys were with us last week, we made Lobster Denver, Colorado, and it was awesome. I am still full from that. And if you haven't seen it, you can find it on the page and go look for that episode because it was killer. So that's about it. We've got just a few more items left here. Like I said, we've got our tomatoes. Now, I highly recommend some good Parmesan cheese. Not like that grated stuff you find in the store. And if you look on the ingredient label, it contains a lot of cellulose, which is like a wood-based plant fiber. So you're putting plant fiber fillers into your food and other stuff. If you want the natural, if you want the king, if you want the best, go with Parmigiano-Reggiano. It's like this. Parmigiano-Reggiano. Parmigiano-Reggiano. I hope none of you are Italian because you're probably cringing, but that's how I say it. Parmigiano-Reggiano. If you want the best, that's what you get. There we go. Alexa, stop. So, now everything's boiling. All you do at this point, take off your lid. Alexa, set a timer for 11 minutes.
11 minutes, starting now.
We'll just stir that up. We'll let it cook for 11 minutes. Now, I'm not going to keep you here and make you watch all of that. What we're going to do instead is this is the completed meal. You are done. So what you do at the end, after your 11 minutes, go ahead and take it off. If you remember those tomatoes we put in the beginning with the water, what happens is when those things boil and during the time while you're stirring it, they will start falling apart, and that's going to give you that really awesome tomato-based sauce in this dish. So at the end, all you need to do is continue to stir it. And then when you're done, plate it. Then garnish it with the leftover tomatoes. Garnish each person's plate with leftover tomatoes. Get your Parmigiano-Reggiano and just shred it, grate it over the top of each person's plate. And you're done. That's it, my friends. I think we're out of here in less than 30 minutes with a whole meal. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this with my family. Last again, this is Cooking with Seth Live. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Throw something out there. I'm here for you. Also, like the UpGood page. And if you haven't already, go to cookingwithseth.com and sign up for the newsletter. You guys are awesome. You rock. Thanks for being here. Cooking with Seth Live. We will see you next time.